Hey everyone, number 55 on my list of 100 greatest songs of all time is Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. Um, Michael Hutchins' voice on this song, right? It's very, like, this whole song is very grand. And so, like, how could the song not? Right, so the song starts like this. How could it not be grand? I'll do it down here, sorry. So, like, these jabbing, stabbing kind of strings sound almost Hitchcockian in their intensity. But the way Hutchins comes in, don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. The way he says, I love. Hold on, I'll do it on this. Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. That little like heart, I can't do it justice, but it's like he's a great singer. He's a great front man. He was a great front man. He was a great singer. A lot of people stole from his performances, the way he performed. Probably couldn't pull it off, but like even someone like Bono stole from Michael Hutchins the way he performed live when he started opening up. But the vocal on this is, for me, it's so, I don't know, there's a lot of depth to it when me unable to explain exactly what I mean by it, because he goes into I was standing, you were there, two worlds colliding, and they will never tear us apart. There's something cool about that as well. Sorry, that string is buzzing badly, but it should be. It's just very simple the way it goes back to that A C D. The next, like even the lyrics are so good. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. That's a brilliant verse. But wait, the way he sings, because we all have wings, is some of us don't know why. Back into I Was Standing. It's his song. I mean, he obviously writes the songs with I can never remember the guy's name, and I should learn it, but not all of them, but with the piano player, he wrote a lot of the big songs. And like, even the way are they in Vienna for the video or something? They're in somewhere kind of gothy looking, and he's strolling around looking very handsome and chic and blasting the song out, and it's all adds to the mystique, I suppose, of a charismatic frontman like Michael Hutchins. But I even forgive this song for the saxophone solo. I've mentioned it before about saxophones, and they're not my kind of thing. They're okay in the background and stuff, but I don't like them as an instrument used as a solo. But I can kind of understand it because it seems to fit with what I'm talking about, that kind of grandiose idea or production technique that they used on the song. When I did the episode on The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen, it seems like ages ago now when I did it, but it's not that long ago. But it was back in the I think it was in the was it in the early 80s where The Killing Moon was by Echo and the Bunnymen. Anyways, regardless of where it was in the list. And I kind of want to find out where it was now. Killing Moon was 85. So I talked about The Killing Moon being used on Donnie Darko as the opener on Donnie Darko, where Donnie Darko's, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Donnie, is cycling outside the town. And they used the Killing Moon, but the director actually wanted to use Never Tear Us Apart, and they didn't think it would fit. But they used it on one version, and then they used the Killing Moon on the other version. But like that, like. That's so good, like so like, and like they must have used some sort of string. I'm sure there's a string section in the video, but they must use some string section, and then some like I'm using there now, some sort of like synth or electric piano sounds, to back it up. But it's always struck me as like too short for a start. But like this song is, if you read through it, it's only 2 verses. There's not really. Well, the chorus, I suppose, is "I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they can never tear us apart." But it doesn't stand out as a like this big chorus. It all seems to be quite a big song. So like after the solo, it goes back into "Don't Ask Me, I was standing, you know it's true." So in the background, you've got the backing vocals going, and one part of the song is being is playing underneath the other part of the song, if you know what I mean. So it's like almost like a backing vocal and a lead, but it's not really. It's like 2 sections of the song being sung at the same time differently, and it happens in a lot of songs or something like that. But it works really well on this. He does this little vocal gymnastics as it's fading out, something like that. And I always love those little fade outs. I like there's this fade out from the "Bed's Too Big Without You" by The Police, where Stuart Copeland just decides to go on to the right cymbal, and it's just it's a tiny little thing, but he just starts going on mad on the right cymbal, which he doesn't do in the whole song. And I always think it's such an interesting choice, because it would have been interesting if that hadn't been in a fade out and hadn't been in the song, or they left it run a little longer before they started fading to see if if that would have suited or pushed the song even more. And he does these things with his voice in this. There's like that really like outstanding, and obviously din 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 "Need You Tonight" could have been in here. This is a bit of a spoiler. It's not in the top 100. But I do have, I think "Mystify" by INXS is another fantastic song. It's not in the top 100, but I think "Never Tear Us Apart" shades it for me over something like "Need You Tonight," just for the kind of emotional depth, and maybe a little bit for how outrageously over the top it is. But my God, it's a brilliant song. So yeah, "Never Tear Us Apart," INXS. Cheers.